Transit Talks, episode 4. On the way home from work today, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't feel like making this video. I didn't feel like jumping on. I wasn't as psyched as I was last time. It's a rainy, gloomy day out here where I'm from. But I had to, and the reason I had to is because I didn't want to do it. And I made a promise to myself that I was going to go through with what I set out for myself goal-wise. And that's the story of life, man. You can't give up on yourself. That is what, and I struggled with it too, big time. That is what a lot of people do these days, is they have these great ideas. They try to plan them out. They wait until it's all perfectly. And then when they try to go do it, it doesn't work out, or they don't feel right, or it doesn't go the way it was planned. So they don't do it. And then what happens? 9 out of 10 of you are going to end up saying, I end up being pissed at myself later. I end up regretting it. You're going to regret it. Keep it in this, look at it this way. Life is going to go on regardless or not if you get in shape, regardless if you get the better job, regardless if you get healthy, regardless if you try to fix your relationships. Life is going to go on regardless. So why sit there and let time waste without you even taking a try at it, taking a swing at it? Because like I said in my previous videos and what I say through all of my content, you learn through your failures. You are not going to be awesome the first time you do this. Me, I am not good at making content in my mind. Because whenever I make content, if I hate it and I think it's the shittiest thing, it usually gets the most views and the most likes and the most shares, the most comments. And then shit that I sit there and look at, and I'm like, oh man, this was awesome. This looked great. I'm going to press it, post it. It might get less than 100 views with no likes, no shares, no nothing. So you just got to keep on swinging, man, because you never know when you swing, when it's going to be the one that connects. You never know when it's going to be the home run, that one you've been waiting on. You never know when it's going to pay off. But you have to be honest and loyal to yourself. If you told yourself you were going to do this, then you got to do it, man. You're the only person who's going to show up for you. You are the only person who cares about if you do well or not. So you have to stick with it. You have to remain consistent. And I'm going to say something else that a lot of people don't like. If you're a man and watching this, nothing against females. I know females watch my stuff too, but it's a majority of males. Nobody gives a shit how you feel. They don't. They just honestly don't, man. So the sooner you understand that, the better it's going to be. It's going to be easier because you're going to end up being able to show up for those days where it doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter. You know, you just have to show up and keep on doing it because that's your job. Your job is to be the best you can be at every single time, especially if you have family members and children that depend on you. It is your job to come through in the clutch no matter what, 100% of the time. Are you going to fail? Absolutely. But the goal is to not fail that time that it absolutely had to be passed, that it had to be 100. You got to freaking do it, man. You got to go through the steps. You got to go through the monotony of it. You have to go through it. A great book I read called The Compound Effect. I think it's by Dan Hardy, Dan Handler, one of those guys. Look it up, The Compound Effect. I read it about 1.5 years ago, and it makes sense, man. Every little thing that you do every day consistently adds up. An inch 4 days in a row isn't that big of a deal. But an extra inch every day for 365 days a year, that adds up. Your habits will add up. If you stop eating junk food one meal out of the day, guess what? Over time, it's going to add up, and it's going to make it easier to take that next step, which is to cut out a second meal or completely be healthy. Same thing with working out. You work out 2 times a week for a month or 2, it's going to be easier to add in that extra day. And not only are you going to feel better, you're going to look better, people are going to notice it, and it's going to give you that confidence in yourself that you can do more. That you can do more than what you're doing. You just got to be true to yourself, man. And I feel that's another problem that a lot of people have, is you don't know yourself. You don't know yourself because you haven't been put in those situations where you have to see what you're made of. You have to see what you're capable of. I learned everything I needed to know about myself joining the military. Over 10 years in the military, I was put in situations where I never thought I would be put in. I was also leading people. So not only do you have to think about yourself, but you ultimately have to think about the people that are underneath you and you're responsible for. You have to make decisions that will ultimately affect their lives and the lives of the loved ones of theirs. So you have to get in the mindset that you have to do it. There is no other way. You have to fucking do it, because if you don't, there will be repercussions and consequences later on down the road that you're not seeing now. The life that you're living today is a direct result of the decisions that you have previously made. If you're doing good, it's not because you fucking made a decision today to be good. It was because of the decisions that you made a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. If you're doing bad, it's not the actions of today. It's the actions of a month, 6 months, or a year ago. You are a direct result of your own decisions. That is it. You have to take responsibility for your environment, because you are the one who put yourself there. A lot of people be like, oh, well, I can't, and my family and this and that. That's bullshit. If somebody's a part of your life that isn't helping you become the best version of yourself, A, they probably don't give a shit about you, and B, get them out of your life, man. That's all you got to do. I am not perfect. I will never be perfect. I am a sinner. I have done so many things wrong in my life that it's absolutely insane. But what I have taken comfort in knowing is I know myself, I am comfortable with myself, and I quit trying to appease people a long time ago. I am here for the ones that need me. I am here for my family. I am here to bring value to people's lives, because that is my sole purpose. I figured that out when I was sitting on a beach in Mississippi over a year ago. I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I remember it. I was sober. I was like, man, this can't be it. I used to love it. This is not at the point in my life where I want to be anymore. I have to do something. I have to make a change. Bam. Warp speed into a tunnel vision goal on just getting better every day. I am still learning. I am still getting better. I am still making mistakes. I still have flaws. I'm trying my best not to let people down, and I'm getting better at it. But you have to consistently show up, man, win or loss. Because majority of the time, you are going to lose. You're going to lose. But the goal is to get back up. Take that L and figure out what you can learn from it so you can become better next time. That's all you have to do. Because the more you do it, the better you'll be. And then the better you'll be, the more confident you'll be in yourself. You have to bring that level of confidence and competence of yourself and your capabilities. Just be true to yourself, man. Do what you know you have to do. You aren't dumb. You aren't stupid. You're not the person who sits there and scrolls on freaking Instagram and social media and TikTok and YouTube for hours and hours and hours. Somebody like you, if this came across your page or you're viewing it, it's because you're generally, you really want to get better. You want to get better. You've made a decision in your life and you've come to a realization that where you're at is not where you want to be, regardless of how you got there and what you did to get there. You are making the first step in realizing that you don't want to be here, you want to be better, and that you are actively making yourself better and bringing more value as a person to the table to be able to do what you want to do and give yourself that peace of mind that you're being a better individual. That is what you have to do. And I just need you to know, man, it is going to work out. You are going to be better. You are going to lose. You are going to get up. You're going to lose again. You're going to get up again. But you are ultimately, you are going to get where you want to be. That's it, man. Keep on showing up every day. Keep your head on your shoulders. Know that you're going to take some L's before you get your W. It is going to be better. It's not over. You're just getting started. Your journey has just begun. The chapter you're in is a small chapter in a big ass book called Your Life. You're the main character. You're the hero. The villain is the person that you used to be. That is who you used to be. That ain't you no more. So get your head out of your ass, Get them in the books, get in the gym, start eating healthier, take care of those relationships that really matter to you, the ones that you can't live without. And just keep on grinding, man. Till next time, keep your mindset rich.